Here's Dirk, averaging close to 18 per game on the season. Parsons up top, he'll fire. Missed the three, rebounded by Danny Green. Leonard down low, strip, but a foul is called. That's the first on Dallas. That's on Williams. Kawhi Leonard having an MVP type season. Voted a starter in the All-Star game. It'll be his first appearance as an All-Star. And here is Leonard shooting above 50% from the floor, almost 50% from three, and close to 90% at the foul line.
Just incredible improvement over his career. But it also just shows you why starting in the All-Star game should not be left up to fans.
So whose decision should it be?
Players, coaches, front office, and a little bit percentage-wise of fans.
Turnover there by Nowitzki. Leonard with the pull-up, too strong. And here's Williams. Nowitzki off that playoff appearances. No Duncan though, that's been noticeable, especially in the defensive end. And now Manu Ginobili is out after having testicular surgery following an injury 2 nights ago. And he could miss up to 2 months, maybe even more, the Spurs say. And Pop was telling us that both guys, obviously you miss them on the offensive end, but really it's on the defensive end, getting guys lined up, as Duncan's here tonight and could return after the All-Star break. Leonard down with 4 points, 3 points San Antonio lead. Williams misses on the triple. Easy rebound for LaMarcus. Here's Kawhi Leonard, 2 of 3 from the floor. Averages just under 20 points per game. Parsons with the strip. Matthews trying to save it. San Antonio will keep.
It looked like Kawhi Leonard got fouled on that one to me as he pulled up.
Carl Lane right there. Mike Callahan, Josh Tiven, the other officials, as Raymond Felton comes into the game. Replacing Parsons. Hard to tell there if it was clean strip. Or are you sticking with the foul call?
I'm sticking with the foul.
That's a foul. Matthews picking up his first. Matthews in his first year here in Dallas had that Achilles injury late last year from when he was with the Blazers. Still got a big contract. Second team foul against the Mavs.
Can you watch the difference in San Antonio offensively this year? As
I have seen you dance. So
no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to go see Ellen.
By the way, speaking of hair, you'll end your streak of follically challenged play-by-play guys tomorrow when you get Mike Green back in that Oklahoma City Golden State game. You had me tonight, and you had Showman and Vital the other night.
Green's is a toupee.
All right, well then Mark has good hair.
Yeah.
But you had Dan Showman and Dick Vital, and the crossover college basketball game you did the other night is Kawhi Leonard now has 6 points. You saved your voice up?
I did. And how about having that enthusiasm at age 76, Dick Vital? Unbelievable.
Here's Williams in the lane. And Pachulia, not even close. Mavs have missed their last 5 shots from the floor. San Antonio, no Duncan, no Ginobili. And in command of this game, nearing the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Leonard on the drive, attacking, but off the mark with Matthews defending. Matthews might have walked there, hits the deck. Charlie Villanueva into the game, throws it away. Offensive foul was called as Jonathan Simmons, 26-year-old rookie from Houston, steps in front, draw the offensive foul.
That's terrific defense by all 5 Spurs. In transition, they're cross-matched all over the place. One scramble, situation to another, finally drawing the charge. Excellent team defense.
Simmons, a guy that went to 2 junior colleges, then went to Houston, spent time in the D-League, in the Summer League, was the championship game MVP. Pop told us before the game he absolutely loves Simmons and wants to see him rise to the challenge of more minutes with Ginobili out. Leonard in traffic, out to Diaw. Shot clock at 7. Here's Leonard for 3. It's good. Kawhi Leonard, his 87-3. Shooting 48% from out there.
And again, how much harder it is to shoot it off the dribble. He is showing you the whole package tonight as the Mavs have a turnover. Denver Broncos, but it looks to me like Carolina's most likely the better team.
There's that Rainbow J. It won't fall for Nowitzki. I'm with you. I saw it firsthand with the Panthers, man. They are a dominant team. Be surprised if that was even a close game. Here's Kawhi Leonard, and Leonard now with 11 points. 4 of 6. Make that 5 of 7 from the field. And then a foul called on Simmons. First in the last 2 minutes on San Antonio. Is 13.3. Golden State's at 12.7. Both would be an NBA record for a single season.
And think about it. You're talking dominant teams. The Lakers of 71-72. I think that was the year they won 33 straight. I mean, this isn't like those teams are all-time teams.
Justin Anderson falls on the back of Kawhi Leonard's leg, picks up the foul. Yeah, there was so much build-up to that San Antonio Golden State game. It didn't live up to the expectation. The Warriors trounced them. There will be 3 more meetings between the two. And 2 in the final week of the season, which may mean something, may mean nothing, depending on where both teams are. Leonard's 3 is off the mark. San Antonio also will play Oklahoma City 3 more times, all in the final month of the season. The Thunder have been spectacular of late. They have won 12. The Spurs as McGee skies for the alley-oop jam. Now you can't leave Leonard wide open. He buries a 3. 14 for Leonard, his second triple.
Excellent spacing and extra pass by the Spurs led to the wide open corner 3.
Spurs are 6 of 11 from 3-point land. A 30-point game. No Duncan, no Ginobili. Dallas coming off a home loss 2 nights ago. The tired team though. They played 13 or 19 games in 32 days. They got a back-to-back. They're on the road in Memphis tomorrow night. The Spurs are home to the Lakers. By the way, the Spurs have not lost this year on the second game of a back-to-back. It's a 34-point game. Kawhi Leonard with 16 points. Well, maybe it was wishful thinking on my part.
Sometimes it's just, you can get humbled in this league. And you've seen the Spurs get humbled.
And Butler has been fantastic. If he's out for the foreseeable future, what does that mean for the Bulls?
Well, they're coming off a great win in Sacramento, where Butler did not play. They're in Denver tonight. They've had a good year. They just, they're just not, they've never been able to build continuity this whole year. Really, the last, think about it, 4 years as there's a scramble.
And a shot clock violation. Matthews punched it out of there. Kawhi Leonard was actually getting tackled by Pachulia again. He's upset about it, but didn't get the call. Sorry, Jeff, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that they've just had these injuries since Rose went down in that playoff series 4 or 5 years ago, where they Pachulia and West are ready to go.
Yeah, and that's the wrong guy to mess with, David West.
Well, Pachulia cleared space to begin with.
He tackled Kawhi Leonard down here. The official didn't see it. Leonard was complaining about it, and West said, all right, that's enough. I'm not going to take it.
I'd like to see that tackle if we can.
It was in the scramble, and he had a hold of Kawhi Leonard's arm. We're waiting for a ruling here as the officials confer. Dallas down 32, so obviously the Mavs frustrated. Their season low for a half is 34. Here's the scramble. Now watch what happens after.
That's a foul, first of all, on Pachulia.
Got a hold of Leonard's arm, wouldn't let go. And then here, David West didn't like that, and then the bump. West then gets into his chest, talking to him. No ruling yet. The officials are at midcourt discussing. With help from the replay center, they're looking at it now.
But did they call a foul on that play?
No.
They just stopped the action.
Just stopped play.
Well, I think they're going to get Pachulia on the elbow that didn't make contact.
What did you think about what took place during the scrum down here with Pachulia having hold of Kawhi Leonard's arm?
Kawhi Leonard got fouled, and then he got fouled again on the takedown. Here, I think, I mean, that's a foul right there.
He's got his right arm there, and then he gets it again.
Then he clamps it, yeah. But I'll say this. I think the Pachulia trade was a great trade by the Mavericks. You don't find physicality like that with many players. He's given them production. I think Milwaukee has missed him greatly.
They got him for a second-round pick. And, you know, last year when the Bucks went to the playoffs, he was a big part of that team. And leadership of that team and heart.
Him and Jared Dudley both. Both guys, there are no fake tough guys in this little skirmish.
That's true.
They're both real tough guys.
Especially that guy on the right, David West. He's one of the toughest dudes in the league. First year here with San Antonio after 4 in Indiana and 8 with New Orleans. 35 years old. All-star twice in his younger days. They're taking a long time to look at this. They're going to call a flagrant one here on Pachulia, and then double technicals on Pachulia and West.
Yeah, they're going to get Pachulia flagrant-wise for the elbow that didn't connect to me.
So this is kind of where it started.
See, faked the pass to try to hit him in the face.
Yeah, and then the swing of the elbow there almost caught him in the chin. And then West, using profanity, got a technical.
Hold on, they didn't tee him up for profanity. If that was true, there would be no one left in a game.
What we're being told.
No, I'm saying if profanity led to technical fouls, there would be no one left at the end of many of these games.
Hey, I saw a technical from an overt clap the other night in LA.
You know, that was a bad technical. They have history. Listen, the Clippers, if you want to say they complain a lot, you're right, okay? But in that one,
that's Chris Paul with Lord Goldcamp.
That was a bad
last year from Paul.
That was an overreaction in a close game to me that I'm sure the league's going to look at and say, we screwed that one up.
Austin Rivers got tossed in the first half. Clippers do lead the NBA technicals.
No, that they do have, and they've earned their reputation. But in that situation, that was not the correct call.
Leonard fading away, can't score. Rebounded by Williams. Inside a minute to go, and a 34-point lead for San Antonio. I'm sure Parsons trying to throw. He takes West out here, puts Diaw in. Pop said he was very humble when he found out he was going to coach the All-Star game. You know, we joke sometimes that, you know, Pop, you know, wants to break, but as Pachulia collides with Leonard, looked like Leonard took a shot to the throat, an offensive foul called on Pachulia. Remember, he had a flagrant foul in the first half. Watch the elbow here. under the chin of Kawhi Leonard. Should they be looking at that anymore for a flagrant, or was that the right call? Common foul.
I don't think there was intent there. I think actually Kawhi Leonard reached in.
Today, the Hawks and Magic, and on TNT a special Tuesday doubleheader. San Antonio and Miami, Houston and Golden State. Those two games for the Warriors tomorrow, and then Tuesday, they're only home games in the next 3 weeks. But then they hit March, Jeff, and they go for the final 6 weeks of the season with only 7 road games. So knowing that, as Leonard misses and Dirk gets the rebound, and that they can break the Bulls record if they don't lose more than 5 regular season.
We see them getting to 70 wins.
You do? You think they'll get to 70 at least?
Yeah, because you look at just how well they're playing. And they do have a tough schedule. You know, they've got the Oklahoma City. They have San Antonio a few more times. But I still think that they're just that good. And the thing I'm more interested in than just even that is, can either San Antonio or Golden State run the whole season at home in the regular season? There's been a team go 40-1, but to go get them all at home, that would be something.
Well, we were Golden State last week. We asked Steve Kerr as Kawhi Leonard floats in and gets it to drop for his 18-point. We asked Kerr what he recalled from the 95-96 season when he was a player on that Bulls team. Did anybody talk about it? He said nobody did, but Phil Jackson, who was great at, as he told the story, as Dirk banks it in. Towards the end of the season, Phil would say, wouldn't it be great to have single-digit wins, guys? And then that was his way of bringing it up without making a big deal out of it. And the players understood what he was talking about, and they went for it. Tony Parker for 2.
Well, there was a drive back then. There was more of a regular season, or importance on the regular season. Now we sort of discount the regular season much more so. And I think that's another.
Tony Parker for 2.
Well, there was a drive back then. There was more of a regular season, or importance on the regular season. Now we sort of discount the regular season much more so. And I think that's would be another good reason why it'd be really good.
Ooh, Danny Green. Pachulia. Green felt was doing something to him while he was on the ground. Green didn't like it. Let's take a look at the reaction. First, watch Pachulia while he's on the ground, and then watch Green's reaction.
I don't think that's anything.
Pachulia's feet were up in the air. Nothing there. Green didn't like that. And the officials say play on. 33-point San Antonio lead. Shot clock down to 5. Parker over Nowitzki, hits it. Everything has fallen for the Spurs. Tony Parker with 9 points. 53% shooting for San Antonio. And there's Pachulia with the throwdown. And he just said something to Danny Green. Just got teed up. That's his second technical, and he is gone. Rick Carlisle saying something to Josh Tibbett. He's got to be careful that he doesn't get a technical.
Heck, he wants to go too. What, are you kidding me?
I read his lips. He said something that could have easily been called a technical.
And Pachulia did get fouled. And so, to me, when you miss a call like that, and then you compound it by giving a technical foul to a player that momentarily reacts, I think that's where you have to bite your whistle for an extra count.
And you have to think all that led up to that impacted him blowing the whistle, right? With Pachulia?
It could. And it could have been, you know, an illegal screen, but that certainly got hit in the head.
And we don't know what he said there. Look, he just said
foul. To me, that's nothing. That's I mean, again, if you're going to give a technical on that, then that's going to be a technical foul on almost every possession. And that's what frustrates teams.
8 in the quarter, 10 on the night for Dirk Nowitzki. Leonard posting up, fakes baseline. What a sweet move in the lane, and a three-point chance for Kawhi Leonard. Wow. Leonard with a game-high 21. Leonard, a terrific move in the lane and a three-point opportunity when we come back.
The NBA on ESPN, presented all season long by State Farm, is brought to you by California Almonds.
Sports Day and SportsDayDFW.com. From the Dallas Morning News, nobody covers the Mavs like we do.
Frustration boiling over during the timeout. Wesley Matthews calling to Josh Tiven, saying he was fouled. Look at his sleeve, that his sleeve is off, and therefore there should have been a foul. And Carl Lane sees him in midcourt during the timeout instead of being on the bench, and he tees him up. Third Maverick technical. Zaza Pachulia just tossed after he picked up his second technical foul. Leonard will shoot the technical, then he'll shoot the free throw from the foul. So Leonard with a chance of 4 points in this possession. He's got 22 for the game.
Tough back-to-back for the Mavericks, too. Going to Memphis, who's played much better over the last month or so.
And then they have Utah here on Tuesday, and then they're done. Then it's the All-Star break. 39-point deficit here at home for the Mavericks.
I really do think this has been an aberration for the Mavericks. Obviously, getting beat this. They turn and churn their roster on a yearly basis. I think they've done a nice job being in position to be in the playoffs once again.
Well, 2 years ago, remember, they missed the playoffs. Nowitzki had a ton of injuries. He wasn't named an All-Star that year. Then last year, they bounced back and win 50 games for the 12th time in 15 years. Monte Ellis doesn't come back. They bring in Darren Williams, and yeah, tonight's been bad, but that back even joke, hey, there were a lot of people that thought we would finish last in the West.
I'm not sure anybody thought they would finish worse than the Lakers. But I get his point, you know, that, again, as much stability and continuity as the roster of San Antonio has had, it's just been the opposite for Dallas. Felton with the steal and the layup.
Oh, they thought they had DeAndre Jordan, and then all of a sudden they don't have DeAndre Jordan. They've had to go to plan B so many different times. You know, they get the trade for Pachulia for a second-round pick after things don't work out with